Hey, everybody, welcome back to this solo Friday episode of the How Did It Happen podcast. I'm so happy to have you here. And today I'm going to talk to you about something brand new, something that I'm doing that's brand new. And that is a program that I call Ownership Coaching. Ownership Coaching. So with this coaching program, I am helping you imagine the future you want and then make it happen. I decided to become a coach because I see too many entrepreneurs and leaders playing a game that's smaller than the game that I think they are built to play. And if you've read my book, you know already that my goal is to help entrepreneurs think bigger than they would ordinarily think on their own. And after having written the book and having many discussions with people who read the book, which are the best discussions to have when it comes to deciding to do something like this, I kept getting feedback that what was in the book was valuable and should be taught. And I resisted it. There's coaching certificates you can get and stuff, and I was just thinking to myself, I don't know if I want to get into that game or be, looked at that way. But after having these discussions and really digging in with some of the folks who actually have businesses and have similar challenges to what I describe in the book, it became clear to me that there's a need for the value that I can bring to entrepreneurs and to leaders everywhere. And so I decided I'm going to do it. And what's different about me is that I don't do this coaching to make a living. I do it to make a difference. So who do I coach? Well, I have 4 criteria for entrepreneurs and CEOs and leaders that I would like to coach. The first is that they are running a business, a privately held business that is doing between $10 million and $250 million in annual revenue. The second is that they are committed to moving beyond where they are professionally and personally. And this is a very important and, they also have the autonomy to make the decisions and take the actions necessary to do so. The third criteria is that I only want to work with people who value making significant investments in themselves. And the fourth criteria is that I only want to work with kind people. And so people might ask, well, why you? Why your coaching over someone else's? And that's a great question. The only thing that I can say is that in my professional career, I've founded or co-founded several companies in the waste management industry. And as I've done that, I first of all, I understand very well what the startup journey is like, but I also understand what the scale up journey is like. I've been responsible for operations, sales, finance, strategy, culture, growth, public relations, marketing, everything. And together, these businesses have generated in aggregate over $500 million in revenue, and they've sold for more than $180 million. I've bootstrapped and I've worked with private equity. I've experienced and I've navigated through rocky partnerships, through aggressive competition, through devastating fires, through regulators, indictments, legal issues, negative press, deaths, and just about every human relations issue that there is. And in addition to my involvement in 2 successful exits, I've also been involved in acquiring, which is the easy part, by the way, and integrating, which is the hard part, more than 20 companies. So I know what it takes to make them work. And I also know from experience what can happen when they don't. And more than anything, I know what it feels like to be an entrepreneur and a leader. In other words, I know what it feels like to be you. I'm familiar with the pressures and the demands, the wins and the losses, the opportunities and the challenges, the uncertainty and the frustration. I know what it feels like to be lost, stuck, afraid, and uncertain. To know that there is more out there, but not being sure what it is or whether I have what it takes to get it. I've been in a place that I describe in my book as the valley of uncertainty, the valley where entrepreneurs and CEOs and leaders of all kinds drop into when they've run out of ideas, energy, willpower, support, and confidence to keep moving forward. It's a place that many of us go to expire or turn back or wander or wonder, to think about getting small again or just plain give up. Finally, I've also had a lot of exposure to a lot of different companies. That's helped me understand that no matter what the company or the industry, most leaders face similar challenges. I've invested directly in more than 100 private companies at all stages, startup, early stage, and mature stages. And I've also had a lot of experience with private equity and with venture capital funds. I understand what it takes to achieve the success you desire and the success you deserve. And using my 30 plus years of entrepreneurial and leadership experience, I excel at identifying, inspiring, and activating the greatness that is already inside each client. My experience helps me to see, recognize, and reveal the things that the client may be missing. And most of all, I help clients level up their confidence, get out of their own way, design systems that deliver breakthroughs, and create new, bigger, and exciting futures that they and you can own and make your property. So that's it. Ownership Coaching. It's launched. It's off the ground. If you want to find out more about my coaching, or you have questions, comments, hit me up on my website, mikemalatesta.com. And if you know anyone who might benefit from hearing this message or learning about my coaching program, send them to the website, mikemalatesta.com. Hit the Ownership Coaching tab, and it's all there. And they can reach out to me and they can connect with me there. So thank you so much for investing your time with me today. I know this podcast was a little different than what I normally do on my solo episode Fridays, but I was excited to get this information out there, excited to talk to you about it. And I'm excited to hear what you think. If you like the podcast, please share it and subscribe or follow so that every time I drop a new episode, it comes right to you automatically. And until next time, maximize your greatness.
Podcast is brought to you by Wincheck Studios. We are an all-in-one educational platform for podcasters that revolutionizes how hosts leverage content to increase engagement with listeners, downloads, and income. We come together to focus on community, collaboration, and collective impact. For more information on how you can interact directly with our hosts, access exclusive live content with offers you can't get anywhere else from our official partners, join our purpose-driven community by visiting www.winject.com. If you're ready to build a career doing what you love, then we're ready to see you there.